The Impossible Sleepover. There are times when you first meet someone, you might think you're nothing alike. You might look different, sound different, be different. Does being different make being friends impossible? This book is called The Impossible Sleepover, written by Amy Sharp. The smell of roasting peanuts and cotton candy filled the air as the zoo closed for the day. Maggie was so busy splashing around in the bath, she almost didn't hear them. Snort, hee hee, giggle. Two animals were playing by some rocks. They looked like they were having fun. Maggie hugged her stuffy Mr. Feathers a little tighter and wondered, who were they? After Maggie's bath and bedtime story, zookeeper Jason scratched her behind the ears and said with a grin, I bet you're wondering who those neighbors were today. That's Daisy the zebra and Inez the oryx. They're new to the zoo. How would you like to have them for a sleepover tomorrow? A sleepover? Maggie knew all about sleepovers. She had one with her friend Kito. You ate your favorite food, you played your favorite games, and you stayed up all night. But Maggie didn't know all about Daisy and Inez. They looked different. Will we be friends? She asked Mr. Feather anxiously. The other zoo animals didn't think so. In the morning, everyone was talking about it. Maggie, Daisy, and Inez are having a sleepover. Those girls are a bunch of wild animals. They'll never get along. I heard they don't even speak the same language. But they're nothing alike. By the time the zookeeper brought breakfast, Maggie wasn't hungry. She played with her rock collection and wondered about Daisy and Inez and the sleepover until she heard, We're here! Maggie and Mr. Feathers peeked outside. Maggie heard a word she had never heard before. Sawubona, said the small animal softly as she pointed to her sleepy bag and necklace. Maggie wanted to say hello and ask what Sawubona meant, but the stripy animal rolled a suitcase in front of Inez and started shouting. Howdy, I'm Daisy. That's Inez. She speaks a different language. Her favorite color is purple, and she's good at making necklaces. My favorite color are black and white. I'm really good at making things with tape. I brought stuff in my suitcase to play with. My mom says I talk as much as three zebras. Maggie didn't think she and Daisy and Inez were very much alike. After Daisy finished shouting, Maggie said sharply, And Maggie, my favorite color isn't purple or black or white. It's orange. I like collecting rocks and cupcakes with sprinkles. I don't know what I'm good at. When Maggie stopped talking, everyone stared at each other. No one had anything else to say until Daisy took a deep breath and pointed at Maggie. Your horn is scary. It is not. Daisy shouted and hopped from hoof to hoof. Maggie shouted right back and stomped her foot. The whole zoo was quiet. Maggie stomped all the way back to her room. She didn't want to have a sleepover anymore. Even if she liked Inez's necklace and wanted to know what was in Daisy's suitcase. This sleepover is impossible, she cried. Then Maggie heard, "Psst," and Daisy said in a very loud whisper, "Inez says she doesn't like shouting, but she does like horns." That made Maggie feel a bit better. "Is this sleepover really impossible?" Daisy whispered. "I don't know," said Maggie truthfully. "We're not the same." Then she saw something about them that was sort of the same. "We do all have cool tails." Daisy and Inez agrees. "Maybe we can find other ways we're the same if we look hard," Maggie said hopefully. So they started with Daisy's suitcase. "Is this the sleepover?" Daisy asked excitedly. "What do we do?" So Maggie told Daisy and Inez all about sleepovers. Inez told Maggie and Daisy what Sawubona meant. Hello! And Daisy told Inez and Maggie about absolutely everything in her suitcase. They played all day and stayed up all night and talked as much as 18 zebras. Horns aren't scary. Maggie's really good at stomping. We don't look the same or sound the same, but we have cool tails. And we like collecting rocks and making stick necklaces and cupcakes with sprinkles. We're different, same. Let's have a sleepover every night. And so they did. The end. Just a bit about Sawubona. Sawubona is a beautiful and ancient part of African heritage and culture. This long-standing Zulu greeting has many meanings. Literally, the word Sawubona means "we see you." In the Zulu tradition, the "I" is a connection to the family and ancestors before you, making the "we" an inclusive invitation to continually try and truly see someone, with all their flaws and mistakes, and to accept them as they are. The word also symbolizes the importance of all individuals within a group and reminds us of the value of being part of a community.